everybody. Kara here from She Smokes Too. As you can tell, we're not in the American room like we normally are. We brought the show on the road and we're in fabulous Las Vegas. I'm here with Kristyn Castaldi, who is one of our sales managers at J.C. Newman and Arturo Fuente. And she's not just a sales manager, she has the distinction of being the first regional sales manager that's a woman. So who better to start off this series with than you?
Thank you.
Thanks for agreeing to do this.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I always like to start with everybody just saying what they're smoking.
So I'm smoking a Diamond Crown Natural. This was actually, fun fact, the first cigar that I smoked after I joined the J.C. Newman company.
Not your first cigar.
It's probably my first full cigar.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. I was not familiar with cigars when I joined the team, but this was my initiation into cigars.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now I'm hooked. So
yeah,
it's a good choice.
Nice. Yeah, this was my first cigar that I ever smoked, and I smoked it at a PCA at a trade show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I
fun.
smoked mine at the 125th anniversary for J.C. Newman, which was my first day.
Yeah.
So similar kind of, energy.
What an interesting way to start your new job at a party with like 1,000 people.
I was like, I can get used to this. I think I made the right decision.
Wow, I think I like this place.
Yeah, sign me up.
So has there been anything that's really like stood out to you about being, you're not only the only female sales rep in our company, but there aren't really a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that's like surprised you or like stood out to you so far in the time that you've been with the company?
So I come from the wine and spirits business, which is a little bit, the history is kind of similar, but they're a little bit further along. There's a lot of women in that industry now. You think of it as a boys' club. I thought of it as kind of a boys' club before I came into the cigar business, and I'm like, oh no, this is a boys' club. But they're a little bit further along, but they're still very. There are conferences around women in wine. They're very active in trying to promote female winemakers and distillers, and so there's a bit of that in that industry that I'm familiar with, and then coming into this industry, I feel like we're on the right track. You know what I mean? Because I see that in this business too, where it was a bit of a shock, my first, because they obviously told me, we've never had a woman on the sales team. Yeah. And but it was a bit of a shock, my first sales meeting at that same 125th anniversary party, when you're sitting in the room, and I felt like I was in Mad Men. You know, I'm like, wow, it's like, there's smoke in the room, and it's just a bunch of guys, and I'm like, oh wow, this is different. Right. But then being out on the road, I have female retailers that I deal with who, you met Kathy yesterday, who's very active in the business and in the industry and in trying to promote women. And you'll interview Anne later today, who's another woman who's very strong in the industry. So I see a bit of that camaraderie amongst women, and I see the women that are in this industry trying to bring it more to the forefront and bring more women in. Right. I see a lot of women in the industry who are retailers and who do have lounges trying to, how do we bring more women in? How do we make them feel comfortable? And having programs, having ladies' nights. I see more and more of that, and even male-owned, are having ladies' nights. Because they say, I see women come in sometimes with, their husband or their, whatever, and they come in and they want to smoke, but they're intimidated. Right. And so I see a lot of that, trying to bring more women into the industry, which is great to see. And I hope that I'm kind of helping that along, and people, because there aren't, in my territory, I don't run into any other female sales reps, so it is different. And some being new and introducing myself, it's surprising for some of the retailers, but I hope that it becomes less surprising. You know what I mean? So it's good. It's and I've been very well received, I have to say. It's been a warm, receptive. I feel respected. So it's good. It's been good.
I mean, I will say, I think that generally, and we talk about this a lot, that like people in the cigar industry are like just good people. So
100%.
So that, I think, I would imagine makes it at least easier, because they're
that's something I've noticed about this business also that really sets it apart, I think, from most businesses, industries, is that kind of culture where if you like cigars, you're in. It's not, whatever your politics are, what you do for a living, or, however else you identify in life. When you walk into a cigar lounge, you leave that at the door. You like cigars and you're in. So, I feel that way. You know what I mean? And so it's really nice.
That's good. I've been in the industry for 13 years, and I feel that way, but it's nice to hear somebody who's new to it. You know, you weren't somebody that even really smoked cigars before. You came and worked for the companies, kind of still getting that feeling, you know, that still nothing's really changed. It's still just like a nice melting pot of people, and people just want to talk to you about what they like and see what you like.
It really, people are excited. You walk in and people are excited. Oh, you work for J.C. Newman. This is what I love.
Yeah.
And people stop you, and it really is. It's really nice. It's really welcoming. I feel like there's nothing else like this.
Yeah. Yeah, we always joke that once you're in this industry, like, you never really leave. Like, just because, probably because everybody's so great, and it's just such a, like, laid back environment, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think, it was really interesting to talk to you. Thank you for sitting down.
Thank you for having me.
I loved this. This is probably, honestly, shamefully, this is probably the most that we've spoken because
that's fair.
Because our paths don't cross a lot because I'm, at the home office, and we've just been so busy the first couple of days.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this, getting to know you a little bit better.
Me too.
And I really appreciate you doing this.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.